Napoleon Bonapart. That name makes you think of power, right? Big plans, big battles. But he didn't start life in a fancy palace. Nope, Napoleon was born Napoleon Bonapart in 1769 on an island called Corsica. It's a small island, and back then it wasn't even really part of France yet. His family wasn't poor, but they weren't rich and powerful either. Now, Napoleon, he was a smart kid. He loved to read about wars and was really good at math. When he was 16, he went to a special school in Paris just for soldiers. That was the start of his army life. He became a soldier right when France was having a big revolution. Lots of changes happening really fast. Even though things weren't always easy, Napoleon learned to work hard and never give up. He wanted to prove himself to everyone. He might have been from a small island, but he had big dreams. These early years, they made him tough and ready for anything. So, France is in chaos, right? This big revolution is turning everything upside down, but you know what they say, when one door closes, another one opens. And for Napoleon, this was his chance. He was a really good soldier, a natural leader. He won battles in Italy against Austria, big victories. People started to notice. When he came back to France, everyone loved him. He was a hero. France needed someone strong to lead them, and Napoleon, he was ready. He took charge, kind of like when your teacher steps out of the classroom and suddenly you're in charge. Except this was a whole country. He became the first consul, the big boss. Can you believe that? From a small island to the most powerful man in France. Napoleon was ambitious, smart, and he knew how to use the revolution to his advantage. He brought some peace and order back to France. Now Napoleon, he wasn't just lucky. The man knew how to fight a war. He was like a chess master, always thinking 3 steps ahead. He had new ideas about how to move his armies quickly and attack at just the right moment. He fought battles everywhere, from Italy to Egypt. He won so many battles that people started calling him a genius. He made the French army the best in the world. They were proud to fight for him, and they won again and again. But his biggest victory, the one they still talk about today, was the Battle of Austerlitz. Imagine this. Napoleon's army against a much bigger army with soldiers from Russia and Austria. And guess what? Napoleon won. He was so good at tricking his enemies, outsmarting them. This victory made France super powerful in Europe, but even though he was winning all these wars, they came with a price. Now, Napoleon wasn't just about fighting. He wanted to make France better. He made the government stronger, made sure the laws were fair, and even created a bank. He had this big book of laws called the Napoleonic Code. It was like a rule book for everything, and guess what? Parts of it are still used today all over the world. Napoleon believed that the best people should get the best jobs, no matter who their family was. He wanted everyone to have a chance to succeed. He changed how schools worked and made sure France was in good shape financially. He even made himself emperor. He wanted to be like the kings of old, but even more powerful. He dreamed of ruling all of Europe, but you know what? Sometimes wanting too much can be a bad thing, and for Napoleon, his ambition would eventually be his downfall.